On the eastern edge of Long Island, where the Atlantic crashes endlessly against the shore, stands an abandoned military base. Most people see it as nothing more than a forgotten Cold War radar station. Rusting fences, concrete bunkers, a silent tower pointing toward the sky. But according to decades of whispered testimony, this place was never abandoned. They say the experiments never stopped, and whatever happened here was never meant to be remembered. This is the story of the Montauk Project. The location is real. Camp Hero, also known as the Montauk Air Force Station, sits at the very tip of Montauk, New York. Built during World War II, expanded during the Cold War, its official mission was simple: to protect the United States from enemy aircraft and submarines. The radar tower, known as the AN/FPS-35, was one of the most powerful ever constructed. Officially, the base was shut down in the early 1980s. But according to conspiracy researchers, that's when the real work began. The Montauk Project is described as a series of secret U.S. government experiments allegedly conducted beneath Camp Hero. The goals, according to those who claim to have been involved, were extreme: psychological warfare, mind control, human consciousness, manipulation, time travel, teleportation, contact with non-human intelligence, and most disturbing of all, experiments on human subjects, children, military personnel, and individuals who allegedly never consented. The story of Montauk comes largely from one man, Preston Nichols. Born in 1946 on Long Island, Nichols claimed to possess degrees in psychology, parapsychology, and electrical engineering. He stated that during the early 1980s, he began experiencing repressed memories resurfacing. Memories of being taken to Camp Hero, memories of experiments, memories he says were not supposed to come back. Nichols claimed that once his memories returned, the government continued abducting him to keep the project alive. According to Nichols and others, the Montauk Project focused on amplifying human consciousness. They believed the human mind could be used as a weapon. Subjects were allegedly placed in a chair, connected to electromagnetic equipment, their thoughts amplified, their fears magnified, their imaginations forced into reality. One device was known as the Montauk chair. It was said that whatever a subject imagined could physically manifest: objects, creatures, entire scenarios. And according to the claims, something went horribly wrong. Supporters of the Montauk story claim it was a continuation of an earlier experiment, the Philadelphia experiment of 1943, an alleged U.S. Navy test to make a warship invisible. Instead, they say, the ship disappeared, and some crew members were permanently fused into the metal. Montauk, they claim, was the next step. Not invisibility, but time itself, opening portals, sending consciousness, and allegedly people across timelines. There is no physical evidence, only testimony and unanswered questions. Even the creators of the Montauk story were careful. In their books, Nichols and co-author Peter Moon wrote, "Whether you read this as science fiction or nonfiction, you are in for an amazing story." They referred to their claims as soft facts, not proof, not evidence, but experiences. Many researchers, including UFO investigator Jacques Vallée, have described the accounts as unreliable, based on recovered memories and lacking verification. To mainstream science, the Montauk Project is classified as fiction, but fiction has a strange way of influencing reality. In 2016, a Netflix series premiered, Stranger Things. Few viewers knew. Its original working title was Montauk. The show's creators admitted they were inspired by the Montauk legends, children subjected to experiments, alternate dimensions, government cover-ups. Suddenly, a forgotten conspiracy entered mainstream culture, and the base at Montauk gained renewed attention. There are no documents proving the Montauk Project existed, no verified photos, no physical remains. Yet, people continue to report strange sensations near Camp Hero, electronic interference, a feeling of being watched. And perhaps the reason the story survives is not because it's true, but because it feels possible. Camp Hero still stands, silent, sealed, officially abandoned. The question is not whether the Montauk Project happened. The question is, if it didn't, why does the government still refuse to talk about it? So now the question isn't whether the Montauk Project was real. The real question is, why does this story refuse to disappear? Was Montauk just a work of fiction that grew out of control, or a classified experiment that was never meant to be remembered? If the base was truly abandoned, why are parts of it still sealed today? And if these experiments never happened, why do so many independent witnesses describe the same details? I want to know what you think. Do you believe the Montauk Project was nothing more than a conspiracy theory, or a classified operation that simply went too far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you've ever come across a government experiment that made you question what you were told, share it below, because sometimes the most disturbing secrets are the ones we're still arguing.